Evening, and I want to share with you my thoughts as we come to the election of 2024. We are going to elect a new president in 2024, in December 2024. And when I say a new president, I mean a new president. Not a second-hand president. I mean a new president. We are going to elect a president that will take us into the future. Not a president that will take us back into the past. We are looking forward. We are not going backwards. We want a president who thinks about possibilities, not impossibilities. We want the Ghana to be a beacon for all African countries, for all the world to see what can be done with possibilities. Former President Mahama is a former president. Let us maintain him as a former president. During his tenure of office, he said he was going to develop the North with the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars. Can you find a SADA project in Navrongo? Can you find a SADA project in the Upper East, in the Upper West, in Savannah, in Northern Region, in Northeast? You can't find one single SADA project. He said they used the money to rear guinea fowls, which flew to Burkina Faso. During his 8 years as president, as vice president and president, 8 years of that administration, they didn't complete one road in the entire Upper East region. 8 years. 8 years. They didn't complete one road. They didn't complete one road in Upper West as well. 8 years. One road they didn't. They abolished teacher training allowances. He abolished nursing training allowances. He abolished Arabic instructors allowances. Even chalk in school was a problem. We slept in Dumsor for 4 years. He said he wasn't a magician to create jobs. And when we complained, he said he was a dead goat. Do you want to go back to Mahama? Do you want to go back to Mahama? Do you want to go back to Mahama? No, we don't want to go back. This election, we will compare our records. It is very important. I work with data. Data speaks to us. And when you look at the data, you will know that the comparison is night and day. You look at the data, agricultural growth, we perform better. Industrial growth, we perform better. Jobs, we perform better. Roads, we perform better. Railways, we perform better. Airports, we perform better. Interchanges, we perform better. Court systems, we perform better. Libraries, we perform better. Sanitation facilities, we perform better. Zongo development, we perform better. Teacher training allowances, we perform better. Nursing training, we perform better. National health insurance, we perform better. School feeding, we perform better. Sports facilities, we perform better. Virtually every sector Virtually every sector, we perform better. The data says so. I believe in data. So when Mahama says he performed better, I said to him, come for a debate, man to man. Come for a debate, man to man. Come for a debate, and let us look at the data. Let us look at the data. Come for a debate, but he's afraid. He is very afraid because I will expose him. I will expose him, the emptiness of his arguments. I will expose him. He says he has a 24-hour economy that he cannot explain. He says they say they are going to be rearing lions and elephants. They cannot explain. I want to move Ghana to a different level. We were entering a digital age, and I want to take Ghana into a digital age. And you look at the world, the whole world is moving digital. This is why when we came into office, I said, let's issue the Ghana card. Let's make Ghanaians have digital identity. Many people did not appreciate it, but today we have the Ghana card. The United States does not have the digital identity. The United Kingdom does not have a digital identity. It is now that they are trying to do so in the US and trying to do so in the UK. But Ghana has gone ahead. Today, the Ghana card has helped us. Today, we have unique identity. We've issued 18 million Ghana cards, and we are able to catch ghost workers. We found 44,000 ghost workers on National Service Scheme because of the Ghana card. 44,000 saved 350 million Ghana cedis. We found 29,000 ghost workers on the SNIT payroll. Pensioners, ghost pensioners, 29,000 saved 400 million Ghana cedis. Two institutions alone, the Ghana card saved us 750 million Ghana cedis. Today, we have registered the Ghana card at the International Civil Aviation Organization. So today, the Ghana card that you have is registered and recognizable at 44,000 airports and border points across the world. 44,000. So, if you go to any country in the world, any country, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Germany, UK, Cameroon, you go there today, and if your passport gets missing, you can take your Ghana card and board a plane and come back to Ghana. When we came into office, we faced a problem. Only 4% of adults had a tax identification number. 4%. This is from independence to 2018. Only 4% of adults in Ghana had a tax identification number because the process was cumbersome to apply for a tax identification number. So I said, let us go for a simple solution. Let us make the Ghana card number your tax identification number, your SNIT number, your NHIS number. It's a simple solution. Immediately we did that, then the proportion of adults with tax identification numbers immediately went up from 4% to 85%. Immediately. Then we faced another problem. Ghana did not have a working address system. But wherever you go, people will ask you for your address. And I said, from independence to 2017, we didn't have an address system. 60 years of independence. So I said, let us move to a new solution. We are going to implement a digital address system. And people didn't understand it. We persisted. And we have implemented a digital address system everywhere in Ghana. Every house, every street, everywhere has a digital address. And Ghana is only the second country in the whole world to implement a digital address system. The whole world. Then we had a problem of financial inclusion. Many of our citizens did not have bank accounts. You couldn't even send money between Vodafone and MTN or Airtel Tigo. You couldn't do that. And I said, we can do something new, something different. We can implement mobile money interoperability to move money between different telcos and between the bank account and the Momo account. It had never been done in Africa. It had never been done in Africa. And many people thought it was not possible. I said, it is possible. And so we set about to implement mobile money interoperability. And we completed it around 2018. And today, you can send money between the telcos and between bank accounts and the Momo accounts. And when someone sends you money from abroad, you no longer have to go to Western Union. It comes directly to your mobile phone. And Ghana is the first country in Africa to implement mobile money interoperability. The first country. Then I said there was another problem where it was difficult to get medicines to remote areas of Ghana, rural areas. When there's an emergency, how do we get blood there? When the snake bites somebody, how do you get anti-snake serum there? I heard about a technology known as drone delivery, medical drones. I heard about it. It was a company in San Francisco called Zipline. So I took a team and we went to San Francisco and I met with them and I said to them, we need your technology in Ghana. They came to Ghana and now we have 6 drone centers. We are delivering to 2,800 medical facilities every day. 2,800. And we are saving lives every day. Even recently in the Afram Plains, when there was flooding and BECE exams, the exam papers were delivered by drones. What is very, very interesting about the drone technology that Ghana has implemented is that today Ghana has the largest medical drone delivery service in the whole world. In the whole world, we are leading the whole world in medical drone delivery. It is only now that the United States is going to start medical drone delivery in the United States. Only now. And what is even more remarkable is that our drone centers are 100% manned by young Ghanaians. No foreigners are manning our drone centers. 100% manned by Ghanaians like you. When some of you, I'm sure when you finish, will go and work in some of the drone centers. 100% manned by Ghanaians, young men and women, smart young men and women. What I did in addition to say, let us solve a big problem in our hospitals. Sometimes people go to the hospital and they'll tell you your folder is missing. Your folder is missing. Then you have a problem. How can the doctor know your medical history? So we said, let's digitalize all the records in the hospitals. Move away from folders. Digitalize the records and network all the hospitals. So for all the teaching hospitals, all the regional hospitals, all the district hospitals, we have digitalized all the patient records and networked all the hospitals. So today, if a doctor refers any patient from Navrongo to Kolebu, they don't need a folder. Just take your ID number, get to Kolebu, they'll insert it in the computer, and all your medical records will be there, and everybody will see it. I don't know of any country in Africa that has done what Ghana has done. I don't know of any country. We have also implemented an e-pharmacy system. We have put all Ghana's pharmacy on one platform. One platform. So today, if a doctor prescribes a medicine to you, you can upload it on the e-pharmacy platform, and it will tell you which pharmacy near you has the medicine and the price of that medicine. It will tell you the price of the medicine and where it is. Because sometimes you can be roaming from pharmacy to pharmacy and they will tell you, we don't have the medicine. But now you can be told. And Ghana is the first country in Africa to implement an e-pharmacy system. The first country. That we are moving. We've digitalized the ports. We've digitalized the DVLA. We've digitalized the passport, the births and deaths registry. What is interesting, today, let me tell you what we did. We linked up the database of the National Identification Authority, the Ghana Health Service, and the births and deaths registry. We've linked them up. So today, if a child is born in the hospital and you take the child for weigh-in, at the weigh-in, we'll give the child the Ghana card number, right as a baby, and at the same time, the birth certificate number, all on their phone. This is what happens abroad, but we are doing it in Ghana today. We are building for the digital future. But as we go into the future, we need digital skills. And this is why I'm going to train 1 million youth with digital skills. 1 million youth. Because with digital skills, coding, software engineering, and so on, with digital skills, you can be sitting in Navrongo and working in America, working in Canada, working in the UK, right from a village or town in Ghana. We need our people to acquire digital skills. So we are starting with 1 million youth to train them to have digital skills. I'm going to focus a lot on agriculture, technology-driven agriculture, with agricultural enclaves in places like Tono, where we will have irrigation, we'll have agro-processing, and we will have the road network to support agricultural productivity. That's going to be important. I'm going to also reduce the cost of power in Ghana. It is too high. I want Ghana to move away from power generated by oil and gas to power generated by solar. We are moving to solar power. Solar power is the future. That is where we are going. I'm going to bring in 2,000 megawatts of solar power, and that will reduce the cost of electricity by 50%. 50%. That is what we are doing. with the help of the Ministry of Finance, we are moving public transport away from the oil and gas, petrol and diesel to electric buses. We are bringing in electric buses for public transport. That will reduce the cost of public transport, because petrol prices, whatever happens in the Middle East, they go up. Spare parts go up. But when you are using electric vehicles, the cost of operation is very low. And this is where we are going. The Minister of Finance has been very supportive, and we are going to bring in the first 100 electric buses this year, and we will run the pilot, and everybody will see. But the best way for us to reduce the cost of public transport is to bring in electric buses, and that means at least a 40% reduction in the cost of public transport. We are moving. We're bringing in a new tax system, a flat tax system like Estonia. We are bringing in many new policies, and those will come will be shown with my manifesto that is coming up next month. So this is to tell you that I'm preparing Ghana for the digital revolution. We in Ghana today are ahead of almost most African countries. We are ahead of in some of the areas, we are ahead of even the developed countries. We are ahead of them. And we are going to make sure that we continue making life easier for our people. From next year, if you want to apply for a passport, you no longer have to fill a form if you have a Ghana card. If you have a Ghana card, you don't need to fill a passport form. We have all your data on the Ghana card, your biometrics and your fingerprint. Just pay the fee and we'll bring the passport for you, and that will be the end of it. We are changing Ghana. I want to take Ghana to a new level. And so I need your help. I need your help. We want to create jobs for the youth. We want to make business much easier. And we want to make credit available. We are going to establish something in Ghana that only exists in the advanced countries. Why am I saying so? In the advanced countries, they work on a credit system. In Ghana, we work on a cash system. If you want to buy anything, whether it's a motorbike, a telephone, a computer, a house, a car, you have to look for the cash and go and pay. Isn't that the case? If a worker is going to buy anything in Ghana, it's largely on cash. Abroad, US, Canada, Japan, UK, all Germany, all the developed countries, they work on a credit system. So the workers can get a lot more consumption out of their wages. In Ghana, it isn't the case. Why are they able to do so abroad? They are able to do so because they have the database to do credit scoring, so that each individual has a credit score, and every lender will know whether you are a risky borrower or not. If you are not a risky borrower, they will give you credit, and you will be able to buy your telephone, your car, your computer, everything on credit, and pay small. And so I wrote a book 14 years ago. I wrote a book on where Ghana should go, where Africa should go. And I said we need to put in place the critical pillars so that Ghana can have a credit system. And what were those critical pillars? I said we need digital identity, we need an address system, and we need everybody to have a bank account. And that is what exactly we have done. So I'm happy to tell you that very soon, before the end of this year, Ghana is going to start operating a credit scoring system. We will have a credit scoring system which will allow us to have access to credit and buy things just like they do in UK, in Canada, in Germany, in Japan. Currently in sub-Saharan Africa, it is only South Africa that has an individual credit scoring system. Ghana will be, before the end of this year, the second country in sub-Saharan Africa to have a credit scoring system. It will make life easier for all of us. Make life easier. When you come out of school and you have gotten your first job, you should be able to buy things without having to save a lot of money to be able to go. In the US, someone coming out, getting a first job, they get a house, they pay for it over 30 years on a mortgage. They get a car, they pay for it over 5 years. We want Ghana to be like that, so that everybody can have access to credit. And this is the Ghana I'm trying to build for all of us. I need your support. I need your support. This election is a choice between going into the future or going back into the past. And I think we should go into the future. The choice, if you look at it, John Mahama can only be president for 4 years. 4 years, that is it. He himself said before that is not enough time to make any big changes. I want us to continue along the path that I want to take Ghana on. Dr. Bawumia can be president for 8 years. At the end of the 8 years, Ghana will be a very different country. Very different country. We will be competing with a lot of developed countries. And I want you to help me to do that. Do you want 8 years or 4 years? 8 years or 4 years? 8 years or 4 years? If we want 8 years, let's vote for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Otito Achilowo, and let us change this country. I need your help. Let's change this country for the better. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.